look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood.
By the way, starting in June is an interesting design choice. We're not in a school, so that makes sense why it's not like April.
Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him. Well, the charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow. Hey. You awake?
No, I'm asleep.
Nope, I'm asleep. Good night.
Haha, very funny. Look, I just have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep. I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still, when you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
That's just how it is?
That's just how it is.
Well, I don't think that should be how it is.
I probably shouldn't voice the dialogue options because I'm so used to like Persona and SMT where I do it because the character doesn't. But in this case, it's like the opposite.
Well, I don't think that should be how it is. Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all. These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
I'd rather not think about it.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I'll drop it. The prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him. Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
Sure, I guess.
I gotta say, I've been curious. Thanks. It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see. It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw. In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination. Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over. In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. Whoa. I see. No magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy, but it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world. Hey, are you asleep already? You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own? Well, guess I'll just read more later. Good night.
That sounds like a skill issue for you. Report the events thus far. Oh, save? Yeah, why not? Traveling boy. I am now Will.
Shouldn't you be resting? I'm fine. In fact, I'm glad we have this chance to talk. I've been reading, and I hope that someday we can make our kingdom like the place in this book. You said it was some kind of fantasy novel, didn't you? Our lives are decided at birth, by tribal purity, or by the differences that make us who we are. I don't want that to be the world we live in. The Elder here are a perfect example. If you'd not sheltered me, I would never have survived. And yet, they burned your home down.
How dare they?
It's tragic, and no one should have to suffer so. Someone needs to fix... You okay? Don't push yourself so hard. Reality is much too cruel. I know that. But I'll fight it. I'll fight to the end. I'm a prince. But I need to be a hero. One worthy of the throne. A hero? One who can lead. A beacon who will pierce the darkness when all seems lost. My father taught me that. In his stories, the kingdom was full of legendary heroes. So I can't give up. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Not that I expect it will be easy. I believe in you. Familiar words. When I'm down, when I struggle, you're always there to help me through it. Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me.
I straight up feel like I'm watching an anime with these cutscenes. Which, you could say that about, like, any anime cutscene, like in Tales of, for example, but... it just gives me that feeling.
I won't give up either. Trust me.
Props to the cutscene director. We're 50 minutes in, but I did just realize this was made by the people who made Persona 3 and 4, so of course it's gonna be a bit of a ways in before we get to fight something.
Until arrival at the northern border fort, one day remains.
Medals Day. Daybreak.
Let's see.
I wonder how far we've come. Let's find our destination, the northern border fort. To give you information about your surroundings in the world map, use L to highlight. This is the world map. Hog, that's the grand capital.
Let's see.
Okay, this is a
Hold on.
squad camp.
This place... hold on.
Let's see.
Hold on.
I guess I'm going
Hey,
here.
Don't forget.
This is where our contract should be, so hopefully we find them quickly. Got it.
Okay then.
I don't know if I could have done anything at those camps, but nah,
The
it's fine.
carriage transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination.
Daybreak. Idols Day. It's now the evening.
The northern border fort. The towering fortress was built during the Annex War in the mountains at the edge of the territory. Even now, soldiers are sent there for its strategic importance to the royal capital and to combat the rising waves of monsters. Fresh-faced soldiers disembark from their coaches at the foot of a steep ascent to the fort, the first of many uphill battles.
Oh, finally. Can hardly feel my legs.
Listen well, you lackwits. The battlefield is no place to sit on your asses, and the border front is always a battlefield. The call to arms could sound at any time. Stand to, curs. You have the honor to serve at the command of Captain Klinger, war hero, tactician, master of arms. When I earned rank in the trenches, forged in the blood of my comrades.
Spare us this drivel. Say, Friend, I'm curious. What is it about that book that's captivated you so?
I like reading.
It tells of a world united as one tribe.
No discrimination, eh? A far cry from our world, then. So it's describing a better world. A utopia, perhaps. I'm something of a reader myself, but that's not like any book I've read. You know, when the late king took the throne, he was quite the idealist himself. He made grand claims about unifying the people under his rule. Never managed to do it in the end, of course. Reform takes more than high-minded, eloquent speeches. Maybe he was too blind to see that himself.
Listen to you. A babe with his first sword thinking he knows better than a king. Keep your mouth shut. No one cares what you think.
Nobody asked you.
Something to say? Go on. I'm listening.
If it's a fight you want, draw your blade.
Didn't think you'd just challenge me straight out. You've got guts for a lesser tribesman. Well, Clamar, I'll let it go this time. But only because I like your friend. Next time, keep your complaining to yourself.
That's the last thing I need. Though I suppose I deserved it in part, speaking ill of the dead and all. My mouth tends to get ahead of my thoughts sometimes. Although, I'm glad a bad habit seems to have drawn us together. Oh, never got round to an introduction. I'm Stroll. Leon Stroll, son of the Count of Harlia. And you are?
I can't tell you.
That's my name.
I have that right? It's got a certain weight to it. For what it's worth, my title doesn't mean much. Here and now, we're peers and equal.
By the skin of my teeth! Now, where was I? Right, as for you, fresh meat.
Someone help!
Not the fading soldier.
Is that a soldier? Hey, speak to me, man. What happened?
Listen. Stay on guard. It's too...
Not the fading soldier. He was my favorite character. How dare they kill him off?
Not one of mine. Must be one of the fort's guard. Those damn vultures across the border. They must have heard about the king's death. Anyway, to the fort. Double time. I'll stay behind to see to the poor bastard's wound.
You want us to go on ahead? Alone? Shouldn't we at least send a team back to ask for...
I knew fear would take you at the first step. You want to turn tail? Are you a traitor to the cause? The guard has no place for cowards. You are part of His Majesty's Royal Army. Swallow your fear, fight with pride, and we'll all have medals this time tomorrow.
He's right. We're warriors. Up there is our first chance at glory and riches. Damned if I'm gonna waste it. Let's go.
Damn it. Well, I suppose this is what we signed up for. Onward, to the fort then.
I can't wait to kill something.
Hey, I've got a bad feeling about this. It's hard to explain, but it's like there's a stench in the air, and it's getting stronger.
Hey, did something happen? Wait, is that a... fairy? Did you catch it yourself?
I see no fairy. This one, I guess.
She's with me.
Yes, and I have a name, by the way. It's Gallica.
So you travel together? You've stayed well hidden for quite a while.
Well, I didn't want anyone making a fuss. But we've got bigger problems right now. I can't shake this feeling. We gotta be careful.
Agreed. I'll follow orders, but I'm not about to let this armchair general send me to my death. Let's take a moment, then head in once we're prepared. I assume you know how to use an igniter properly?
I'm not so sure. He's never used one before. I mean, he's a commoner, so not much chance to.
Fair enough. Well, just stay behind me and you'll be all right. I swear I won't let you die.
Okay, I believe you.
I'm with you.
New ally Stroll, a brave fighter trying to conceal his nobility, has become your ally.
Oh, this is bad. I didn't think you'd actually have to fight anyone.
What, you didn't think there'd be fighting in this JRPG?
I just hope our contact in the fort's okay. Let's keep our guard up and hope we find out.
Foolish Galaga thinking this is a visual novel.
Okay,
Well, this is an unexpected turn of events, but don't lose sight on our mission.
here we go.
Be careful, our contact should be inside and we just have to find him. Oh, you're running with such purpose. Running with such purpose. What was that you were talking about? You said something about your ally? Oh, it's nothing. I was just worried about the soldiers inside. Well, whatever the case, the situation concerns me too. Let's go inside. Let's go get revenge for my boy, the fading soldier. I never learned his name, and now I'll never know it. That was a seamless transition.
There it is. That's a human.
Stand your ground! Charging! Pursue!
We have to help the survivors. Oh. Damn it.
This is horrific, so many dead.
Oh,
Rius, I hope you're safe. There's no time to waste. If we look, we may find some that still draw breath. Okay, there's my combo attack.
This is bad.
Get back, we got company. What's the deal with this one? It feels similar to that monster from earlier. It's smaller, but is that a human too? Looks like we're gonna have to fight it. Wait, if it's a human, do we even stand a chance? All the more reason we can't just let it be. Trust me, I have some history with them.
What do you think?
Besides, our only hope right now is to join forces and strike it down. I'm glad you still got your wits about you. With you here, we might be able to get through this.
Got it?
We don't stand a chance against that thing if we attack it separately. We can only attack if we work together with a plan.
Take care of it, please.
Two of us working as one. I'll trust your judgment on the timing of the attack. Triangle to engage in squad. Oh, this is you can like turn it to turn-based with the flip of a button or something. In the offensive.
Things will. Here we go. The first move's ours.
let's do this.
Yo, that is so clean. Yeah, I don't really know anything about the gameplay. I just know it's like the action turn-based split. Other than that, though, I'm going in like pretty much as blind as you can be. Press square to attack with your equipped weapons, or triangle to use your skills, which consume MP. Forming an action will expend one turn icon at the scene at the top of the screen. When all turn icons are consumed, the opponent's round begins. Yeah, get him with the mage fire. Okay, yeah, this is very Persona, and yeah, mostly Persona is what this reminds me of.
Let's go.
Mage fire!
Still up?
Focus thrust. Can I ever control Stroll?
Burn to us!
Do I have to edit that? Oh, and those crystals must be the press turn equivalent, maybe?
That'll do it.
Oh wait, go back. I didn't mean to fast forward. There could be another human lurking. We're alive, that's all I can ask for. I was trying to go into the menu because I want to see if I can turn his strategy. Because I think in like Persona, you have to like do that on your own. Yeah, I don't really know much about the combat other than like the whole, like, I did hear they were going for an action turn-based split, basically. Trying to think where it would be. Maybe I just can't control them now. Oh well.